The Chinese Foreign Ministry officially calls the goal of Li Hui's tour, quote, a political resolution of the Ukrainian crisis. China refuses to call Russia's war against Ukraine a war, and the peace plan proposed by Chinese President Xi Jinping consists mainly of general phrases and vague formulations. And, of course, there is no question of any responsibility for war criminals. At the same time, Beijing constantly emphasizes that it takes a supposedly impartial and fair position. The allies of Ukraine assess the visit of the Chinese special representative to Kyiv as positive.
It is important for China to hear directly from our Ukrainian partners about why Ukraine's security concerns and its sovereignty and territorial integrity must be respected. And as we have already stated, when it comes to diplomacy, nothing about Ukraine should happen without Ukraine. Vedant Patel, Deputy Speaker of the US Department of State, at the briefing.
After Ukraine, the Chinese special representative plans to visit Russia, Poland, France and Germany. The visit to the EU countries may have one more goal in addition to the declared peaceful mission, analysts say. A few days ago, Brussels officially recommended that EU member states reduce their economic dependence on supplies from China due to political risks. For Beijing, the decline in trade with Europe is extremely unprofitable, so Hui's visits can be more likely to be aimed at solving this problem. After all, the head of European diplomacy, Josep Borrell, said last week that Beijing had lost the opportunity to be a mediator in resolving the
Although Beijing has great influence on Moscow and can help stop Russian aggression, it has already missed the opportunity to play the role of an intermediary because its neutrality was more pro-Russian. Josep Borrell, EU High Representative for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy, during a discussion at the European Security and Defense Summit.
Opinions differ among experts on China's diplomacy strategy. Some believe that the visits of the Chinese special representative to the EU countries are aimed at maintaining ties with Europe in the future when Ukraine defeats Russia. Others believe that the main goal is to save the Putin regime by freezing the conflict.
This is an attempt by China to find an understanding of its peace plan, which of course includes pro-Russian theses. That is, the Chinese representative is trying to promote certain narratives of Beijing, the Chinese Communist Party, regarding positions that will be interesting for Russia, and it will try in a certain way to find two actors in the world, but not for the defeat of Russia, but for the protection of Russia from complete defeat.
In this sense, China's call for foreign embassies on its territory is eloquent. According to the Japanese news agency Kyodo, the Chinese authorities have asked foreign diplomats, quote, not to use the walls of embassy buildings to spread political propaganda. Propaganda means yellow and blue banners in support of Ukraine, which were hung out by the diplomatic missions of Kyiv's allied countries. Reported by Serhiy Kulas, Danilo Kobza, UATV News.